Uhuru na nguvu.
No. You looking at a free black man.
Talk Black 360.
You want to know what a free black man look like? Look at me.
Uhuru na nguvu. Welcome to another dose of Talk Black 360. I am your host, Tino Blaine King, the Kool-Aid and Kush, the pioneer of Black pragmatism. Today, I want to just bring some pertinent information to you about the need for the podcast Talk Black 360. Although you know we do get into a lot of interesting topics, our primary focus is to begin to develop independent embassies within the community. So I've put together a short letter that I'd like to read to you guys who plan to follow the podcast going forward. And I hope this provides some clarity of the importance of what we are doing here. So what I want to bring to you today is basically the value of Talk Black 360. Here we go. Okay. The Black community is in a state of complete confusion. Most of us cannot agree on who we are, why we are, or where we are going. We should be able to be critical of each other without diminishing our forward progress. Talk Black 360 is designed to introduce these hard conversations so we can begin to find agreement on the most difficult but necessary questions. White supremacy effectively highlights the differences between us. The system promotes the issues that best serve its interests and effectively divides our interests, resulting in Black separation that stops us from organizing against it. An even more effective tactic of white supremacy is it allows individuals of small groups of us to suckle for nourishment. This promotes dependency on its process even for our most basic needs of survival. Accepting this carrot of opportunity will subject us to the stick of oppression in its many forms, including income inequality, a massive and increasing wealth gap, an inability to find common ground amongst our own people, and massive injustices in the system of criminal law, and multiple other social inequalities, and most of all, securing Black people a permanent position in the American underclass. The very act of seeking independence from this system presents itself as an unnatural and self-inflicted hardship. So it is unlikely to be embraced or accepted by many of our people as a sensible alternative to chasing the carrot of the American dream. Talk Black 360 serves as a mechanism to further discuss solutions to this situation. I bring these points to you knowing you are likely already aware. However, you are not likely engaged in a process of changing this reality, and almost definitely not engaged in a process of creating a new one. Part of the oppression of white supremacy, and likely the most masterful, is when reaching into the toolbox of change, we often find a tool specifically crafted by white supremacy, leaving us more inadequately prepared to change our condition and ultimately returning us back to the persecution of white supremacy. Again, I suggest to you the value of Talk Black 360. So how would we overcome this seemingly impossible position? I believe there is only one way to solve this issue. It is not a conveniently packed, conclusive, or definitive solution. Rather, it is a process that alters the very fundamental basis of change down to re-identifying what change looks like and as foundationally prudent as re-evaluating and possibly reinventing all of the tools we have in our box. We must start by questioning each and everything we think we know. Neely Fuller Jr. said, "If we don't understand white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else we understand will only confuse us." This makes the very concept of survival for us as a people a very difficult undertaking. I often and repeatedly suggest this process of Black liberation as our core driving force, which can give us the clarity we need to move forward. This will also this will also allow us to sensibly address the bad behaviors of our people, while simultaneously understanding these behaviors are a result of white supremacy. It is not intrinsic characteristics of our people. In short, these are poor behaviors. They are not black behaviors. Black liberation is the solution. The definition put forth by Talk Black 360 is collective generational efforts of several diverse groups of black people to make white supremacy obsolete by building independent systems of empowerment, which evolves through organizational structure and pragmatic thought. This process will allow us to retrain the minds of our youth. It allows us to reestablish values within the black community. It provides a working and systematic process against white supremacy. It also allows us to pool our resources to build black embassies wherever the need is present. It promotes the reconnecting of the African diaspora. It can also investigate and develop new educational, economic, social, and cultural systems that are geared towards solving the unique problems of black people. In closing, this is not a cookie-cutter, one-size-fits-all solution. It is designed to be adjusted to meet the unique needs of black people in all social distinctive groups. The reality of black people abandoning the white supremacist system in any short period of time is not a reality at all. So as we develop black embassies, we must determine ways to function with people who are not 100% committed to the cause, or who do not understand why being 100% committed to the cause is even necessary. However, the cause must be 100% focused on the mission, the empowerment of black people and the systematic negotiation of black power around the globe. Those involved are simply filling positions that should remain as long as they are there, but shall continue when they are gone. Moving forward in this process will leave our descendants a blueprint to continuing refining our struggle against oppression. We will always remember where we came from and continue to exalt the names and actions of those who came before us. Fuller also said, "The purpose for studying our history is not to find out how great we were. It is to find out what mistakes we made that got us in our current situation." I also add, we must improve ourselves to eliminate those mistakes and be sure not to repeat them. This is the bedrock value system of Talk Black 360. Stay strong and stay black. Ashe.
This has been another dose of Talk Black 360.
No. You will never be enslaved again by no man.